Hello, and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, June 3rd, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is my revolution responsibility is to evolve my mind. And today we have a full moon in Sagittarius. I'm a fan of this moon. Love a good Sagittarius moon, love a full moon in Sagittarius. This moon is asking us to aim high. As I was sitting meditating on this moon, on the energy, it really felt like allowing ourselves to believe in the impossible, to believe in the dreams that we've put aside because we don't know how it's going to happen. And Sagittarius is like, I'm not concerned about the house. The hows do not matter so much. Dream. So I encourage you in the rays of this beautiful moon energy to marinate in the dreams that you barely dare to touch upon, that you barely dare to think about because you get so caught up in the house. Again, the hows do not matter, but feel that vibration of what it is that you want to call in and spend some time with it. Now, this works so well with the Jupiter North Node conjunction that we had earlier this week, which is like, hey, you're here to live goodness too, not just all the struggle, not just all the karma and the lessons. We've got plenty of that. There is goodness too, that works in balance. It works in harmony with the challenges. So keep that in mind for this moon. Now, this moon is a revolution evolution moon. It is at 13 degrees. And so, sticking with our mental and curious theme, get curious through the triggers. A lot of times, Uranus energy can be really triggery. And it's meant to, because it's meant to help us break through stuck places. Uranus is the great liberator, and we all need liberation, usually from our own BS, right? So watch for that today. And again, in the full moon marination that I was doing, it was not a meditation, it was definitely a marination. Marinating in the energies. That was the other thing that came through. It's like, if you get triggered by this energy, celebrate that, because that's the universe being like, here, you're ready to break through this problem, you're ready to break through this struggle, you're ready to break through this old thing that you don't need to be stuck on anymore. So we are utilizing the Uranus vibes in this energy for rebellion to the same old stuff. Now, there's a double down potency in this, because while we have this full moon building to 13 degrees, we also have Mercury and Uranus building to a conjunction. They will be conjunct in the sign of Taurus early on Sunday, 12:49 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. So I gotta say, between this and the full moon, sleep may be a little challenging. You really may not find yourself feeling very restful in this energy. Your mind also may be going a mile a minute. This energy can, between the full moon and this, can definitely spike anxiety, nervous system response, a lack of groundedness. So taking the time to ground in, and like I said, marinate, will be really helpful. But more than that, recognizing the mental process in this will be so helpful to help you break through. And the motto of Sagittarius, which is so funny, because I think I don't know if I mentioned this in the year ahead, or not the year ahead, the month ahead reading, or one of the readings I did this week. But I've always hated that phrase, like, shoot for the moon and you land amongst the stars, because it doesn't make sense to my brain. My brain needs it to, like, make sense. But it's funny because Joe actually said that last night, and I brought up my issue with it, and he agreed. But that's definitely the energy of Sagittarius, is aiming high. And I have to remind you again, it's not about figuring out how. I'm hearing in the back of my mind, when there's a will, there's a way. And sometimes we just need to infuse the will. And just thinking of that on a body level, the will is our solar plexus. So lighting up our solar plexus, lighting up in the excitement, lighting up in the possibility of it. That's part of Sagittarius energy, is dwelling in possibility. Lighting that up can help empower the way through. So you don't have to come up with it mentally. Just come up with the energy for it and then see what happens, right? So I love that. I also love that the last connection the moon makes before the full moon is with Mars in Leo, and Mars in Leo is lighting up the heart center. Now, of course, this may also be an emotional release point, so watch your steam levels. You may need to release a little steam through the day. But Mars in Leo definitely is getting heart-centered and passionate to help infuse your marination of this full moon energy with lots of flavor. So watch the mind, ground in, watch your sleep. See, I actually have 3 major arcana cards. I have the Rebel, breaking through these old patterns, old BS. Celebrate any triggers that come up because it is your call to work on that. We have the Nothingness card, which is the card of pure potentiality, because in no thingness there is a possibility for anything. And this is spiritual law. This is the Hierophant. So it's a reminder that this is a spiritual law, that we do dwell literally in possibility. Every second holds a universe of possibilities. So keep that in mind. And it's preparing a new way for you. Now, we're not necessarily ready for this new way. We have a little bit of work to do, but it's preparing for it. So, like Abraham will say, get ready to be ready for this energy. We do have something that we're stuck on, though. A little bit of stubbornness. So, like I said, that Uranus energy in this moon, and even as Mercury and Uranus build to a conjunction, will help us with that, to help us to get ready to be ready. So, leaving that here for today, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.